All right, SEO. Let's talk about SEO. SEO is very frustrating for a lot of people, and we want marketing to be simple. So in this video, I will share what I know in very simple terms so that at the end of the video, you are empowered and you have a really good solid foundation of what SEO is, how it works, what Clever Punch does for its clients in regards to SEO, and also which clients does it make sense for, who's a good candidate and should invest in SEO. Sound good? Okay. So SEO, let's start with what it is. It stands for search engine optimization. So you can join everyone else that feels super cool saying that. It feels like they know what they're talking about. Search engine optimization. So it really breaks down to SEO is really about the work that you do on a website or elsewhere on the internet, like directing traffic back to that website to help improve its rankings with search results. So there's these search platforms, right? There's Bing and there's Yahoo. Google's the biggest and the most popular one. And when people use those search engines to type in information that they're looking for, search engine optimization helps you rank better where you fall. So who decides where you rank? Well, Google does, the search engine does. And, their job is to put the right information in front of the right people. So they are constantly using technology, using bots to crawl content on websites and to crawl content out on the web so that they are making sure the best websites are put in front of the right people with the information that that person or that searcher is looking for. So that's where search engine optimization comes from. Not to be confused with if somebody were going to pay Google ads and have a sponsored result. So if they typed in something, they're paying for that placement and they come in the first or second ad sponsored result. That's a totally different service that you can pay for and, have results overnight. Search engine optimization, on the other hand, is really more like a marathon. You do a little bit of work at a time and you see results slowly but consistently. I like to compare it to like a sprint versus a marathon. So that's what SEO is. Let's break it down just a little bit further into these two different buckets. All right, so the two buckets are on-page and off-page SEO. So what's the difference between the two? On-page is any work that you're doing on your website to improve your search results. So Google tells us what they want to see in a website in order for it to rank better. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of tactics that you can use to improve your search results. And anything that you're doing actually on your website, whether it's building out more content, building more pages, following like a good structure on your page so that there's headings, heading 1, heading 2, paragraphs, content is broken up nicely between verbiage, pictures. There's links to video. Google loves lots of video content if you have it. Having good navigation set up so that it's clear which tabs are available. There's folders under those tabs that you can go to. What else? Google loves to see the business address listed somewhere. They love to see that address match your Google My Business profile. There's lots of work to do on what they call the back end. So you can actually go into the back of a page and fill out more information, explaining what the page is about, what the title of the page is. You can name photos the correct way, the way Google wants to see it. All of these tactics working on the website is your on-page SEO. Your off-page SEO work is anything that you do elsewhere on the internet that points back to the website. So that could be your Google My Business profile or building up Apple Maps or Google Maps. It could be having links on other websites that come back to your website. It could be making sure that you have lots of other profiles open and set up, like Instagram that has a link to your website, Facebook has a link to your website, Pinterest has a link to your website. So there's lots of tactics on the internet that you can also do to improve your search results. So that's your on-page and your off-page SEO. The other term that you should be familiar with and have a really good understanding about is keywords. So this gets thrown around constantly as well. What are keywords? It just means like, what are the words that you ideally would want to show up for if someone was searching for you? Obviously your business name, tied to your location, tied to the services that you offer. That's really what keywords are. All right, next, let's quickly discuss which clients or which industries are good candidates for SEO. So there are two things that are very important to consider before somebody spends money on SEO. Because again, this is a service that a lot of people know about. There's so much information about SEO out there, and there's so many people telling other people how important it is, but the reality is they really don't understand how it works or if it's the best place to invest your marketing budget. So let's break that down. Which clients, which industries, which businesses make sense for using SEO? And there's two things that are really important to figure out this question. One is how many people are actually searching for the service that you offer. So what's going to depend on those things is how common your business services are. If you say, for example, paint, carnival, carousel, horses, and you live in Carpinteria, how many people are actually going to be searching for that service every month? So you could be spending a lot of money and putting a lot of time and energy and investment into SEO. All of this work for what? Just to show up for one person a year that searches for that. So that's a big factor to consider, is how common is your service, and is search a way that people commonly find your service. And the other very important factor is how, if you do have good search volume, if there are people looking for your services on the internet, how competitive are those keywords? So this is where the experts come in. We work with great SEO people that I trust, that I use for Clever Punch and have seen great results with. So they can come in and actually run reports and see who else is ranking for these keywords and how hard is it going to be to beat those pages out eventually. So that's what's really important when it comes to considering SEO. The other, I'm going to throw a third one in there that I would add to consider, and that is how big is the city that you live in. So again, that affects search volume. Some towns are small, so there's not a ton of search volume. Whereas if you put a lot of time and money into building up your SEO results and you live in Los Angeles County, then you're going to have a way bigger pool of people that are searching for your results, and it might be, worth your effort and worth your investment. We're not just offering all these one-off services, but we actually have the experience in knowing if it makes sense for our clients or not, and being able to guide them accordingly. So say we do have a client that is a great fit for SEO, great candidate for SEO, and it makes sense for their budget, then what does Clever Punch actually do for them, and what results are they going to see? So in this little section, I'm going to explain what we do for every single client on every website that we build, which is our basic foundational SEO, versus what we do when a client is a good candidate for more effort and more advanced SEO, and they actually want to pay for that service ongoing and put more effort into that service ongoing. So first, starting with the foundation SEO, every website that we build, we follow Google's 12-point checklist of good SEO practices, meaning that we're building this website, and so we're going to follow all those practices so that everything on the website is good to go when it comes to SEO, and there's no kind of like red flags or red tape that when Google looks at that website is going to like dock that website and say, we don't like how either this is loading or how it looks or how it's laid out. So we're going to follow all those practices. We do that in-house. We have a great checklist, And either the account manager or an assistant that they delegate the task to is going to be following that very closely to make sure that it's all good to go. And what we kind of guarantee our clients with that effort is that when somebody searches for their business name, then there should be no problem coming up in the first search results. And that's the case. I mean, that's just common sense, right? Typically, your business name is also the main URL of your website. It's like sampledample.com. So if I type that in, of course, Google is going to take me to your website. Like, they're going to do the right thing. It'd be really crazy for another business to beat you out. Like, they would have to do a lot of work to beat out that specific name for your business. If a business is trying to rank for more common keywords like services that they provide that other businesses also provide, that's when we need that advanced SEO strategy and work ongoing to try to rank higher. And it also means that it's going to be way more competitive, it's going to take longer, and the results aren't guaranteed. Like, we're up against these big platforms when it comes to, say, putting in a plumber or a roofing repair. There are really big companies out there that have it dialed in and have huge, super robust websites like Angie's List or Yelp or Facebook. We're never going to get a website to beat out those, those really top websites that are going to land in those first spots. But we can do work if we have the right client and the right strategy. We can work on a website to help it at least get on the first page, if at all possible. So that's where the advanced SEO strategy comes in. And if a client hires us for that extra work, what we're going to do is first, before they pay us anything, we're going to make sure that they're a good candidate. So we're going to run a website analysis and see how everything's checking out. We're also going to run a keyword traffic analysis and see how competitive these keywords are that they're trying to rank for. And we're also going to see how much traffic is coming in. And then we can make a good educated suggestion to our clients if it makes sense for them or not. And if it's good to go and we get started on SEO services, then we're going to keep building up those on-page SEO efforts by improving either headings, adding more content, and then we're going to keep improving the off-page SEO efforts, which is trying to improve where you land in that location, Google Maps, Apple Maps, Google My Business, as well as building up other profiles online that link back to the website. And then they're going to start seeing if it works or not. So the good thing is it does take time to climb the ranks, but our clients can start seeing results, meaning like we can actually show them a report that says last month you were ranking number 70 for this search term, and now we have you up to, number 20 or whatever it is. And there's a lot of effort that goes into it, and there's a lot of keywords that we can strategize and try to rank for. So what does that all mean? It just simply means that if a client is a good candidate and invests in their advanced ongoing SEO strategy, that we can help them with the ranking in those search results. And that means that the clients that are looking for what they offer are shown their website right when they're looking for it. So if SEO makes sense, it can be a really, really good marketing channel because it's not disruptive. It's not like a TV ad or a radio ad or a social media ad. You're capturing people that are looking for you right when they're looking for it, and then you're presenting your information in front of them. So it can be super powerful. The other benefit of SEO is that there tends to be more trust when it comes to those organic search results versus Google ads. So, obviously, if it's in those organic results, like you're clicking on it, it's showing you exactly what you wanted to see, you're more motivated to work with that business. One very common misconception that I want to touch on quickly, because this is important to understand for our clients and for our team, is that SEO is not a switch. It's not on, off. It's not we're working on SEO, we're doing nothing for SEO. It's not static. It's always the fact that you have a website up and running means that there's something going on with SEO. The fact that you have a website means Google's like, hey, there's this website and it's built and it has these words on it, and now it's been around for this long and this many people visit it. It's always adjusting and, deciding where you should fall. So if a client works with us, they are getting benefits from working with us because they're getting a monthly or quarterly article and we're making changes to their website, and that contributes to good SEO. It's just the difference between, is this a client that isn't a good candidate for advanced SEO, for more effort, more energy, more budget to be put into their SEO? So we're just going to stick with the foundational good practices anytime that we're on their website. That's all of our clients, no matter what, versus this is a client that has the budget, great candidate, good search volume, keywords aren't too competitive, and so we're going to put more effort into their ongoing advanced SEO strategy, and we're not going to do just the basic foundational on page. We're also going to invest in off-page SEO, and we're bringing in somebody to carry out this work consistently every month. So it's not on, off, it's like, how much effort do we want to put into this? When a client is a good candidate for advanced SEO, we bring in an expert to help carry out that work every month. So just like we have professional photographers, professional graphic designers, we've assembled a team of in-house account managers and individuals that are really good at that specific niche that they do with marketing. So that's what's cool about our team, because marketing's changing all the time. It's really impossible to find one person that's going to know how to do everything. But we pride ourselves on knowing good foundation, good principles of SEO, and then we leave it to somebody that we've hired and trusted to carry out the work, and we make sure that they're doing the work and that they're sending reports and that they're creating results every month. So that's kind of the dynamic, because if somebody asks us super technical information about SEO, I'm not going to be able to provide it, but I do have somebody that I've vetted and trust that is carrying out this work, and we're seeing the results, which is really what matters.